Extremely pleased and really proud of our guys. You know, Coach Billups has done a tremendous job in his first year. That's a really good team, and we went there about a month ago or so. They really took it to us, and I thought our guys understood that. Came out, were really locked in, and especially that stretch in the second half. They scored 6 quick ones, and then they were on 36 for, I think the radio said, for about 9 minutes. And the identity of this program is getting stops, defending, rebounding, and taking care of the ball. And you know, we've won the rebounding battle. I thought we've been pretty locked in defensively, and for the most part, been taking care of the ball. So, you know, very pleased. But make no mistake, I thought what made us successful this week was Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, the prep days. And we've got to make sure we understand that going into next week.
Did you guys do anything specifically different on Amigo this time, or just better team defense? Top to bottom?
Yeah, you know, again, I think in fairness to our guys, that was the week where we went to USD, got home at 3 in the morning. Again, a whole bunch of excuses. We didn't get to practice on Thursday. We needed the day off, and then we traveled Friday. We just, you know, we hadn't had the time to really lock into it. And seeing yourselves against them, like we were able to, and then going like we did live and practice on Thursday really helped. And just, I thought, you know, 1 through 5, as much as it was the post against him, I thought our other guys were locked in as well.
Dylan Miller seems like he's dealing with something physically. What are your thoughts on his minutes tonight?
I thought it was great for him to come out and give productive minutes in the second half. And as much as that's about Dylan, it's really even more so about Dexter, and allows us to keep him off the floor and fresh. If we can keep him, you know, he was down to 24 minutes tonight, I think that's a terrific mark for him.
Yeah, what, 6 guys with what, between 8 and 17?
Yeah, and that's the capabilities we have, you know, and at times Tyson's been in double figures, Dylan's been in double figures, Dang's been in double figures. I think we've had 7 or 8 guys score 18 plus, and you know, that's a balanced effort, and it's tough to take away. It's tough to take away a couple guys when you have that, and so again, very pleased, just top to bottom with our total team effort.
First, when Cabellas did that thing, threw it in there, were you concerned? I mean, you looked a little.
Well, it's not it. That happens. Life happens. What concerned me was the next possession, you know, and everybody in the crowd starts laughing, and that's what I mean. We are at the very end of the day, we're at 2.6. And this group, I love every minute of them, but we have got to stay locked in at times. We're not mature enough yet to go in and out of states, of phases. We need to be locked in for 40 minutes, and that's the big thing. I really believe that last week there were some times that we weren't. We didn't understand the urgency, and if we lose that, you know, we're just as average as everybody else.
You mentioned Dang, it seemed like his minutes were when the game was a little bit off hand. Was that a matchup thing, or did you look at something?
You know, and then I said that on the radio too. I would love to get him in, and it's so much situational based, but the primary goal and objective when you go into every game is to win. And you know, I get this, I get that. We're trying to win basketball games, and if we get to a place where there's a matchup, where there's a lead, where there's a situation, I feel comfortable with that. But the game was flowing well, and we were in a good rhythm. We were getting stops, and so you ride those guys.
Do you feel like this offensive balance has anything to do with teams focusing on ball after that stretch he had where he was up in the high 20s?
I don't look that deep into it. I really don't. I'm not good at seeing the individual things. You know, to me, it's just about making the right plays, trusting the process.
I'm on two guys reaching 1,000 as juniors.
Yeah, I'm just, you know, I don't do a very good job of, you know, we don't celebrate individual success very well, nor do I really want to, but it is pretty cool. You got two roommates. I think I heard there was only 35 people or 34 people in the history of NDSU basketball that have done it. So for 2 guys like that to do it in the same game that are only juniors is pretty remarkable, pretty special. But I think it's also the beauty of this team. Those 2, their role is to score some more than others. But I'm a big believer in they wouldn't be scoring at that level if they didn't have the parts and guys doing things around them.
Rammelt hit that 3 bench went absolutely nuts. What does he bring? What guys like Evan and him bring to the group?
Zach Rammelt? Yeah, I mean, Zach's the best, man. I mean, if I could coach 100 kids like Zach, nobody in our program works harder, nobody spends as much time. And when you do those things, you endear yourself to your teammates as well. And he's a fun kid. And again, you know, we're 17-8, 9-3 in league, and I'm a big believer. Whether it's me or Zach or AJ or Paul or Coach Olson, whoever it is, everybody's involved in everything. And if we didn't have one, if we had another or whatever, it wouldn't be like this, It wouldn't be where we were. And it takes a total team effort. It takes a family every single day.
First matchup against Denver, only 2 of your players scored in double figures. How much better is this team when you're spreading it out?
Yeah, make no mistake. I mean, when you can tee off against a couple guys, you're easier to guard. But I think, especially when Paul's getting so much attention, I go back to Wednesday night. My wife even asked me, was everything okay with Paul? He's just standing in the corner. Well, those were winning plays for him when we can play 4-on-4 and space the floor like that. And so, yeah, I mean, we've said it from the beginning. We have the potential to be better offensively. And I think we've started winning by 17 the other night, winning by 18. That's the team that I was hoping that we always could become, where not losing who we were defensively, but gaining some of that separation because of the parts we had offensively.
And again, relating it back to last matchup, Denver had 40 points in the paint, only 22 tonight. How would you just describe Dexter Werner's play?
Yeah, I mean, I told Todd I think we're going to probably have about 7 people here in the stands next year when Dexter's gone. He's becoming just a cult figure. Everybody loves him, and he's just a toughness. There's a competitive spirit about him, and our guys, the crowd, the entire community really feeds off it. And I've been hard on that kid, I have, but I'm really, as it's waning down, he's got one more home game. Really appreciate everything he's brought to this culture.
I thought we did a good job. Obviously Denver's a great team. They've been playing well all year, and we did a good job trying to contain Roscoe, who's an all-conference guy, and Amigo, who's an all-conference guy. We did a pretty good job holding them down.
Dexter, a little bit of extra gas in the tank because of what happened in Denver.
I think it's just one conference game. Obviously, that's a very good team, and it's not more so because of what happened in Denver, just more so because of where we're at in the league as far as those guys being on our heels. Just knowing that they're going to come in there and give us our best shot, so we knew that we had to be ready for a good game from those guys.
Because you held Amigo to 1 point in the second half. What was really key for you guys to sort of shut them down?
Just keep playing aggressive defense. It's definitely a team D thing with that, with a guy like that who's obviously commanding a lot of tension down low. So just battling in the block and then having some guys coming on that help side too really helped out.
Have you ever seen anything like what happened with Kai?
No.
I've never seen a shot like that.
What did Dave say when he called timeout after that?
He was just trying to, we gave up a few baskets in a row there, and he was just trying to keep us motivated, keep us in tune to the game, and, it was an opportunity for us to get better, and, we had to just keep playing hard and, doing the little things like we always do.
Dexter, how important was it to limit their second chance points so that they didn't get opportunities after misses?
That's definitely a big thing against any team, really. We haven't been doing a great job on the glass this year, so that's definitely been a point of emphasis for us to improve that. And up 13 on the glass, up 3 on offensive boards, that's definitely big for us to kind of improve our rebounding game there for sure.
AJ, obviously the individual accomplishments don't matter in the grand scheme of things compared to winning, but how important is it to you to be able to get your 1,000th point here at home?
Yeah, it's always nice to do it in front of the fans and do it for the fans of Fargo, being from Fargo and stuff like that. It means a lot to do it here. And, obviously I'm way more happy about the win and, the way we won, and definitely getting back at these guys a little bit for how they beat us at their place. And, ultimately it was just a really good team win.
Paul, right there, both fighting for 1,000. Was there a little competition between you two about who was going to get it first?
No, I didn't think so, not at all. I mean, we were just going out there and playing our game and, doing our thing.
Were you glad you got it relatively early?
Yeah, it didn't really matter. I wasn't thinking about it at all, to be honest with you guys.